Get a grip! No, literally. I'm Jennifer Malloway. I'm a dog trainer and behavior counselor, and I'm here to talk to you about something you may not have put a lot of thought into before: how you hold your leash. Which sounds kind of trivial, but it can have a surprising effect on how much you enjoy your walks, or how well your training is going, and even the safety of you and your dog. So in this video, I'm going to show you some weak holds, I'm going to show you how the pros do it, and I've got some bonus tips for you at the end. Weak hold number one is the wrap. Now this might seem like a really secure option, but you actually lose strength and control. It's clunky, it can squeeze your hand, and in an emergency, it takes precious seconds to get your hand free. Number two is the rock climber, holding the end of the leash with just your 4 fingers. Now, unless you are an avid rock climber, this is probably not a very strong grip, which means if you've got a strong dog who jerks suddenly at the end of the leash, they could pull this out of your hand easily and suddenly your dog is loose. And like the wrap, it also doesn't offer you a lot of dexterity. And number 3 is the wet noodle. The loop just hanging on the wrist is obviously not very strong and not very secure, running the risk of loose dogs or even hurt wrists. So are you ready to learn a better way? I have 2 options for you. Try them both out, see which one feels better depending on your preference and what type of gear you're using. Option 1, and my personal preference, is called the thumb lock. To do this, you drape the end of the leash across your palm, over your thumb, back across your palm, and then close your fingers around it. Option 2 is the finger lock. It's the same concept, only that loop is going to go over your pointer finger rather than your thumb, and then close your fist around the leash. If you happen to have a shorter leash and you just want to use the loop end, you can do the same idea over your pointer finger or your thumb. With either of these holds, you get a much stronger grip with no crushing of your hand. It's really easy to adjust the length of the leash by simply sliding it over your thumb or finger. And in an emergency, if you had to let go, it's really easy to do that. And now for your bonus tips. Bonus tip number 1, to help you remember those holds, is that the dog end of the leash should exit your palm on the pinky side, not the thumb side. This gives you a much stronger grip and less risk that they're going to pull it out of your hand. Bonus tip number 2 is to keep that hand glued to your belly button. This is near your center of gravity, which is going to help keep your balance if you do have a dog who's pulling. And bonus tip number 3 is to use the hand on the opposite side of your dog as that belly button anchor, so that the hand closer to the dog is free for handing out treats or to be lightly on the leash for a little bit of sensitivity and finer control. I hope these tips help you and your dog have much more enjoyable walks together. And if you'd like to get in touch or learn more, here's where you can reach me. Ciao!